the road to success is rarely a straight line. It's more like a roller coaster with its ups and downs, twists and turns. And one of the most important lessons we can learn on this journey is how to handle setbacks and bounce back from failure. Failure, as they say, is the mother of all invention. In today's episode, we'll look at some examples from history of those who failed and how they used their failures to come back stronger and more successful than ever before. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Our greatest weakness is giving up." The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. We can see these words in action when we look at the life of J.K. Rowling. She's the author of the Harry Potter series, which has sold over 500 million copies worldwide. But before she became a household name, Rowling faced countless rejections. Her first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, was rejected by multiple publishers before finally being accepted by Bloomsbury. Even then, it took years for the book to gain popularity and turn Rowling into a successful author. Despite all the rejection and criticism she faced, Rowling didn't give up. Instead, she used her determination and creativity to keep going. Today, she's an inspiration to millions, proving that with hard work and resilience, anything is possible. Another great example is Steve Jobs. He was the co-founder and CEO of Apple Inc. His story is one of innovation, passion, and resilience. Jobs didn't have an easy start in life. He was adopted at birth and later dropped out of college. However, his passion for technology led him to co-found Apple in 1976. In the early days, the company struggled financially. They produced innovative products like the Macintosh, but they also faced many obstacles. Despite the challenges, Jobs remained dedicated to his vision. He pushed the boundaries of personal computing and introduced iconic products that changed the industry. However, in 1985, he was forced out of Apple, a significant setback in his career. But instead of giving up, he channeled his energy into a new venture, Next Inc. This company focused on advanced computer operating systems. Although Next was successful, its groundbreaking technologies were not widely adopted until much later. Undeterred, Jobs went on to co-found Pixar Animation Studios in 1986. There too, he encountered significant hurdles. Despite the studio's initial struggles, Jobs persevered. He nurtured a talented team of animators and pushed the boundaries of computer animation. Pixar's first feature-length film, Toy Story, was a massive success, earning over $370 million worldwide. This triumph marked a turning point in Jobs' career and in the history of computer animation. It opened doors for greater recognition and success. In 1997, Apple acquired Next, bringing Jobs back to the company he co-founded. Under his leadership, Apple experienced a resurgence, releasing iconic products such as the iMac, Mac OS X, and iTunes. Jobs guided Apple through the challenges of the dot-com crash, focusing on innovation and design. He was instrumental in transforming the company into one of the most valuable brands in the world. Despite facing health issues, Jobs continued to lead Apple, introducing groundbreaking products like the iPhone, App Store, and iPad. His leadership and innovative spirit left an indelible mark on the tech industry. After a courageous battle with cancer, Steve Jobs passed away in 2011. His legacy, however, lives on. He remains an iconic figure, inspiring generations of entrepreneurs, designers, and innovators. Now let's shift our focus to Colonel Harlan Sanders. He's the founder of KFC, famous for his fried chicken recipe. But before he achieved this success, he faced numerous setbacks. At the age of 65, he was already a millionaire. But after losing a court case against a franchisee, he found himself broke and with a damaged reputation. However, instead of giving up, Sanders picked himself up and started over. He continued to refine his cooking skills and business acumen, eventually selling his pressure fryer and reopening under a new name, Kentucky Fried Chicken. With time, KFC expanded rapidly, becoming one of the most popular fast food chains worldwide. Despite facing rejection and financial loss, Sanders' passion for cooking and determination to succeed led him to create a culinary empire. Next, let's talk about Walt Disney. He's a name synonymous with animation and entertainment. But behind his magical creations lies a story of perseverance. Early in his career, Disney and his brother Roy faced financial challenges and professional setbacks. Their first sound cartoon, Steamboat Willie, was not commercially successful. Despite this setback, Disney's passion for animation remained undeterred. He and his team pushed forward, experimenting with new techniques and storytelling. Their next release, The Skeleton Dance, was a breakthrough. Its success paved the way for Disney's early classics. However, during the production of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Disney's studio faced significant challenges. Doubts loomed as the budget ballooned and investors grew skeptical. But Disney held firm. He poured his heart and soul into the project, determined to bring his vision to life. Upon its release, Snow White became a critical and commercial success. It captivated audiences and set box office records. This triumph marked a pivotal moment in Disney's career and in the history of animation. Despite facing numerous hurdles, including financial setbacks and creative challenges, Disney's dedication and passion for his craft led him to create timeless classics that continue to entertain and inspire audiences worldwide. Now let's look at someone closer to our times. Oprah Winfrey. She's a media executive, actress, and philanthropist. Her journey to success was marked by early challenges. Oprah experienced abuse and had a son out of wedlock at 14. Despite these hardships, she pursued higher education, but soon found herself pregnant again. Undeterred, Oprah balanced motherhood with her studies and ultimately earned a degree in journalism. Her career began in radio, but she faced significant hurdles as a black woman in a predominantly white male industry. Initially, Oprah was hired as a news anchor, but she was soon demoted to a less prominent position. However, she used this setback as a stepping stone. She gained experience as a reporter and eventually became the first black female anchor in Nashville. While there, she covered the city's desegregation, reporting on key events and interviewing prominent figures. This experience shaped her journalistic career and exposed her to broader social issues. And lastly, let's take a look at Steven Spielberg. He's a name synonymous with cinematic excellence, having directed some of the most iconic films of all time, including Jaws, E.T., The Extraterrestrial, and Jurassic Park. However, Spielberg's path to success was not without its share of rejections and setbacks. One of his earliest projects, a science fiction film called The Sugar Land Express, was met with negative reviews upon its release in 1974. Critics panned the movie, citing its weak script and unrealistic plot. The film's poor reception shook Spielberg, who had poured his heart and soul into the project. The harsh criticism stung, making him question his abilities as a director. But instead of letting the negativity define him, Spielberg chose to use it as fuel to improve. He took the feedback to heart, realizing that there was room for growth and refinement in his craft. Determined to learn from the experience, Spielberg went back to work. He immersed himself in scripts, constantly seeking ways to tell better stories and create more compelling characters. Rather than being deterred by the criticism, he channeled the negative energy into his next projects, using it as motivation to push himself beyond his limits. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every success story has a unique blend of failures, rejections, and setbacks. These individuals serve as a constant reminder that the path to success is rarely smooth. It's paved with challenges that test our resilience, determination, and ability to learn from our mistakes. By understanding and embracing this reality, we can approach our goals with greater tenacity and wisdom. Let us draw inspiration from their stories and remember that while setbacks are inevitable, they should never deter us from pursuing our dreams. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Keep trying, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Your greatest comeback is waiting for you. That's it for today's episode. If you liked what you heard, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on our latest videos. And as always, thanks for watching.